What's happening, people? Welcome back to another episode of the Mineral Troubles. In the 31st episode of the podcast, I have with me youngest person in the Impact 30 under 30 list, the professional better half of Ranveer Alavadia, aka Beer Biceps, CEO and co-founder of Monk Entertainment, Virat Sheth. Welcome to the show, Virat.
Thank you so
It's
much.
an honor to have you here.
Thank you, bro. Likewise. Lovely being on the show.
Yep. So I actually I shared a story where I mentioned that I'm doing a podcast with Viraj and showed in your questions. I hardly get 2 to 3 questions when I do this, and most of them are irrelevant. I'll
Okay.
put out a question like question batao, and they'll ask me what do you do. And this was the
Uh-huh.
first time where I put out your photo and I was like, ask question, and I got 38 responses, and every question was relevant
That's
to you.
crazy.
Yeah, ये कैसे करते हो
That's
कैसे लगता
crazy.
है?
I am glad. Man, honestly, I don't know how this has happened. Of course, it's one of the reasons is that I hang out with a lot of famous people. So I
Hmm.
know that I do have some sort of a following, if I can call it that.
Hmm.
But I'm just always blown away when someone tells me that okay, normally na hame itne nahi aate, but ye time hame itne aa gaye. This has happened a couple of times in the past. So I'm always like it's fantastic validation कि भाई मुझे पता नहीं है क्योंकि मैं तो एक्टिवली कंटेंट बनाता नहीं हूँ. So I
uh,
don't know what is it that's drawing you guys towards me, but maybe I'm doing something right. So I intend to keep doing that moving forward as well.
yeah. Actually, I think I started following you when you were at 7,000 followers, and अब आप 54, 55 पे पहुंच गए हो. All of it organic. So,
Right.
काफी. Yeah. All right. So,
Yeah, I mean, well, it's naturally, it's like someone gives me a shout out. I do some
uh,
podcast somewhere. It's
yeah.
all pretty much linked. There are some followers who come through my Twitter, but I don't think there's too much like traffic coming from my own Twitter because I have a completely different set of an audience on my Twitter.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm one of them.
so it's strange, man. I'm also trying to decode that. I get some followers because of my decent ass genes that my parents have given me, but otherwise, it's I don't know. I'm just confused where it's coming from.
Yeah. No, this is also a question that I wanted to ask. Twitter पे you grew very exponentially. Like अभी कुछ महीने पहले तो 5,000 टच किया था अपना. You also tweeted like 5,000 and now you're at 26,000.
Right.
So वो तो Twitter में I think it's all
Yeah.
you and it's your tweets. So how do you like? Do you
Yeah.
come up with your tweets
Yeah.
सोच के कि
Tweets.
क्या करूँ आज?
Not really, man. In fact, I'll tell you, like like when I actually try thinking of tweet, सोच लेता
Yeah.
हूँ क्या होगा.
I saw that
I
tweet.
never end up
This is
getting a
also a
good
tweet.
tweet. I get all the most cliche. Yeah, this was also a tweet. I get the most cliche thoughts ever, which I'm sure everyone has heard from 5,000 people.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, अरे यार ये tweet नहीं करना मुझे. So
Hmm.
it's usually when I'm either working out or I'm either in the shower or I'm working and something happens to me at work, and
Hmm.
that in itself is a learning. And I'm just
Yeah.
like, wait, let me write this out right away.
Yeah.
So I tweet a lot about my own learnings that I have as a young sort of co-founder, as an entrepreneur. But beyond that, and the thing is, what I like about entrepreneurship, right, is not just that. First of all, it's not at all a fancy life. So let's get that out of the picture.
Yeah.
It's not at all glamorous. Yes, you get some sort of attention from people, the media, and stuff like that. Yes, there is it is a fact that people treat you differently,
Hmm.
but those are ridiculous people who you don't really want to be friends with, honestly, right?
Yeah.
But
100%.
behind the scenes, there's a lot that happens, and that really grows you as a person more than anything else. And that is my best, like that's my most favorite part about entrepreneurship.
Entrepreneurship. Yeah.
The amount of learnings you have about your own self as a person, about your you get really self-aware about a lot of things. Like
Hmm.
for example, I started realizing my how you usually ask what are your weaknesses. You get
Hmm.
asked in a lot of interviews, when you do
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
job
Yeah.
interviews. I just feel like it's a question, and people usually come up with answers like, oh, I'm too much of a perfectionist and I work too hard,
Does that really
like
happen?
crap like that. That definitely happens.
Wow.
People try to sort of mellow down really good points and try to put that
Hmm.
out as weaknesses.
Yeah.
That, oh,
Oh.
someone will just say that I'm
Got
not
it.
that punctual. Maybe that's the
Uh,
worst that they'll go to.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I just feel like that's also because people don't actively they're not actively self-aware about their weaknesses. When you are
Hmm.
actually say leading a team, or when you are running a business, you actively get to know that fuck, these are things that I'm really bad at,
Yeah.
and these are things that I'm fantastic with, so let me double down on those. And one of
Hmm.
those things initially for me was delegating tasks. Like I was terrible at delegating tasks. I didn't
Hmm.
know. I was one of those कि यार इसको मैं आधा घंटा सिखाऊं, उससे अच्छा मैं 5 मिनट
खुद ही
में
कर
खुद
लेता
काम
हूँ.
कर लूं.
Yeah.
And that is the most terrible, and it's if you want to scale, that's not a trait you should have at all.
Got it.
If you want to grow a company, if you're a freelancer, fantastic, that works for you very well.
Hmm.
Or in any other case, but if you're trying to build a scalable business, it will always almost work against you. So you need to learn how to sort of delegate tasks, and I realized I was terrible with it.
Hmm.
Keeping a track on what the person is doing, ensuring that they have work regularly, and
Yeah.
then ensure that they come out of it themselves. They know how to do what. And that's something that I learned a lot later into my say entrepreneurship journey. But that's a skill that I definitely would recommend every entrepreneur to have.
Self-aware of your problems, of your
Yeah.
weak
So
points, right?
yeah, just be aware of what weaknesses you have, and you'll
Hmm.
find that if you put your ego aside, you will very evidently
Yeah.
find
If
what
if
what issues you have.
Yeah, if you remember the when 3 months ago I mailed you and we had a small, pretty like 3-5 minutes call.
Right.
At that time I started my call with my problems. I was telling you this is my problem, this is my problem.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
I agree. I agree. Yeah.
yeah. Right. So this is a question that I got from one of my followers, and I'm also very curious about this. Like, is Viraj looking for a career as an influencer?
So yeah, very surprisingly, and the timing of this is pretty like accurate. So I was just thinking to myself, maybe like last week. Until now, I was very reserved that forget it. It's honestly a very tedious process. That's something I've learned in the 3 years that I've managed and worked with a lot of these influencers closely,
Yeah.
that it is not an easy job. Like everyone thinks that a lot of these people who do your daily regular jobs,
Hmm.
a lot of them are purely envious, honestly, that these guys get to do something that they love.
100%.
So a lot of hate is sort of directed for that कि हाँ ये तो एक वीडियो बना लेता है तो but he doesn't have a real job. No, shut the fuck up. Like he makes more money than you do. So, and I'm not saying that's the only parameter you should be looking at, but don't be envious.
Yeah. Yeah.
um
Yeah.
so basically, yeah, I realized that this is a very difficult sort of job to have. If you're doing something else as well, most of the content creators are only creating content full time, and
Hmm.
that's for a reason. Like it's
Hmm.
almost impossible otherwise to have an active YouTube channel or an Instagram handle. If you were on TikTok or any short video platform, to have all of these run together
Yeah. Yeah.
consistently, right? So I didn't pick on it so far, but with reels coming in, the content has become much shorter. The reach has become a lot more, and I was like, you know what, like my Twitter content journey has actually fueled this. That dude, I can come up with ideas. Saying that, yeah, content creation is difficult, but with reels coming on, it's like just phone shot content, man.
Hmm.
And the reach is fantastic, and I'm just like, dude, I actually preach this to all the creators that don't fall back on the reels wave. It's
Yeah.
crazy, and it can actually
100%.
give you like a lot of followers with minimal effort. So why not? And it's on a platform which is super credible. No, this is not going to be banned anytime soon. So why not? Plus, Instagram is a super premium platform. It also actually ends up paying you a little bit more than your other short video platforms.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that should be your like goal. And I was like, actually, I could convert some of my tweets into short form videos and put it on as reels. So I was thinking that, okay, I preach to everyone that, hey, create an Instagram feed,
Yeah.
focus
Yeah.
on that. Let me try and do that myself. Let me walk the talk and see if it actually works.
Hmm.
And I already have a decent base.
100%.
I would like to think I have uh, I don't know. I'm still not sure why, but I have some very loyal engagement for some reason. And I'm just like, let me capitalize on that, man. And I
Mm.
can talk about multiple things. I can, no one's really covering the journey of being working in an office and still being a content creator, right? Most of these
Yeah,
content creators are doing content full
full
time.
time.
So
Correct.
they don't really have the perspective of working in an office environment, and
Hmm.
that's something I could probably bring on board.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
I have a bunch of things to talk about beyond that. I consume a lot of pop culture. I am into sports. So we'll figure over time. Only if I
Got it.
get into the groove of creating content, I'll be able to create more content. So that was really what it was.
Yeah.
Um,
So the answer is yes.
but yeah, yeah, it's in a short form. It's probably yes, very likely.
Got it, got it. So I'm in touch with Nitin for a while, and this question actually
Right.
came from him itself. So you have a like an aura of a very serious person. Like जो आपको नहीं जानता personally, but like yeah, Viraj is very serious. Viraj is very serious. So how do office people, office juniors see you? Do they call you like is there a Hitler type image or ये सब बस लगता है social media पे?
No, not really, man. Actually, I'm still not sure why that is, but
Hmm.
I just like when it's work, I like to keep it to work and cut the crap. Maybe that's
Hmm.
probably why. Or in some of my photos, and this is what I heard from some of my friends,
Yeah,
that
I
like in
agree.
most of my photos, I'm not really actively smiling,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that definitely is a conscious. I wouldn't say it's a conscious thing, but I like to give that hard look sometimes. It just looks cool, man. So that works.
There's one with Nick. I think last year your caption was super cool.
Yeah,
It was I told him to wear something nice
it's where
for the
I'm
meeting.
pointing at him,
And
and
you're like
like
this.
I told him to dress up for the meeting. Yeah,
Yeah, that
yeah.
one.
I mean, that's just sort of like perception. I mean, it was just a funny picture, honestly. So I was like, "Okay,
Yeah,
cool, let's put it up." But I am laughing in some of the pictures. But I've realized that it's okay. Like I like to have that little bit of a serious image. I am a
yeah.
very chill guy beyond that, but with when it comes to work, I do get serious. Yeah, I would agree on that.
Hmm.
But serious in the sense of getting shit done, and not
Hmm. Got
serious
it.
in the sense
Productive.
that
Yeah.
this guy's fucking boring. He has no conversation to have or make.
Hmm. Got it. Got it. All right. So, being in the influencer world, you must have seen a lot of people going through mental health issues, even though they're very, very successful.
Right.
Like, मतलब वो बार ऊपर हो ही जाता है 1 मिलियन आ गया तो 10 मिलियन का बाएगा वाला जो सीन चलता है. So, have you seen any
Agreed.
have you seen any close hand health issues and
Man,
or
yeah,
like
like all the time. Like so many creators are in the rut of like everyone tries to say that they're out of the 9 to 5 rat race,
hmm
but they're just all running a different rat race. And I
yeah
mean, till the time you are going to choose your happiness with numbers, right? That will never stop happening, and I don't blame any one of them, right? That's in your early stages of career. Please don't get into the idea that numbers don't matter. I think that is a big sham, where you
hmm
become either complacent or become too content or become too satisfactory. I ideally feel that when you are in your early stages of your career, really run for life to achieve whatever you want to achieve. Or if you are really someone who likes to adopt monkhood, who's okay with living on bare necessities, please, then that's a different
got it
conversation altogether.
yeah
But we all like good cars, we all like big fancy houses, we all
100%
like to travel a lot. We all like to
yeah
have fun with friends, we all like to visit good hotels and restaurants, and boss, all of that costs money. And if you will
hmm
not you know really work towards it, your personal finances will be wrecked. So
hmm
please don't get into the idea of, oh, numbers don't matter to me. Yes, they do matter. That's because that's how the standard is, right? Like the
yeah
brands are going to pay you basis the engagement and the followers and all of that you have, right?
yeah
Unless you are in such a category, there is no competition at all. Then that's a
hmm
different case. Then even if you are, say, at a 50,000 followers, maybe the brand will pay you what you ask for. But that's very rare cases. So you do have to be
hmm
cautious about the
got it
numbers, but you don't have to be too affected by it. Like, and this is something I personally like to practice as well. Just practice emotional detachment from work as much as possible. Sure, having ambition is very important, but just being cribby and whiny about things that अरे
Yeah.
मेरे क्यों 100K नहीं हो रहे, मेरे क्यों 1 million नहीं हो रहे, होंगे यार, give it time. Just
Got it.
like don't focus on the result, right? Like what's the vibe, what's the journey towards it. You creating good content and keep doing that. When that happens, eventually you will find your audience. Or if you're not, maybe you're doing something wrong and just tweak that.
Yeah.
But just
Yeah.
cribbing about why am I not getting followers and why is
Take
this
action.
person who is creating terrible content getting followers, like you don't know what works for the masses, man. You don't know
Got it.
what works for their audience. So
Mm.
don't be too affected by that, but be cautious of your numbers. And
Makes
yes,
sense.
there are definitely a lot of mental health issues, um, because hey, I mean, trust me on this, that I have not been active, or I have not actively received hate on any platform, but I know that if I am on some podcast, or if I'm putting out some content or some tweet which is a little controversial,
Yeah.
and I get some objection or some hate towards it, my personal strategy is to just not look at the comments again on that post, because
Mm.
I also feel that the memories of the audiences are that of a goldfish in many
Yeah.
cases,
Yeah.
and you should not take it too seriously always,
Yeah. Yeah.
because they switch a lot. They switch a lot, and I'm not talking about your most loyal followers. I'm
Mm.
talking about the janta that's just surfing through the internet,
Correct.
who are watching 50 videos on YouTube a day, and one of the videos they just didn't mildly like, they'll post like a ruthless hate comment. That will
Mm.
not do anything to their lives. They'll just move on and just think like, हाँ whatever, मैं चने खाता हूँ, आज मजे का टाइम है, आज वीकेंड है, fuck it.
Yeah.
um, but it will wreck you as the creator, because it's that theory of negative bias. You always put
I
too
know. I
much
know.
stress on what's negative about you,
100%.
and then you really um are in pain about it. So stop doing that. And it's easier said than done. I agree 100% about that. But just don't go back to that post. Just ignore that.
Takes time. Yeah.
Um,
To
yeah,
have a thick
it
skin.
takes time, and this is
Mm.
by no chance any therapy that I'm giving. This is just what I feel, that these could be tiny solutions to working towards it, and how you could
Yeah.
tackle problems with online hate and trolling and all of that.
All right. All right.
So yeah, there are definitely a lot of mental health issues, and I've seen them very closely.
Got it. So on a lighter note, this is the first time I'm doing this. It's a mix of Monk Jam. It's Monkey Jam.
Cool.
So this is the
Let's do
Math
it.
Jam and the Mini Troubles Jam.
Nice.
Sort of mix of
Sweet.
jam plus coffee with current. So you'll have to answer in like 3 seconds. All right. I'll ask you 10 quick questions. Just answer them. Boom, boom, boom. Right.
Chicken.
3 factors behind your success.
I would say luck. I would say hard work, and I would say just being at the right place at the right time.
3 things about Ranveer nobody knows.
Uh, he is. He's like he's. I think people really know everything about him. Like he's put his life out there on his podcast. Hold
3 things
on.
you hate about Ranveer, if you cannot find anything about.
He's a terrible listener. Like I don't think he's a good listener at all. In the podcast he is, but otherwise he just wants to get his work done and leave the conversation. Secondly, he's a really late riser. He wakes up by like 12, 1, whatever. He is he sucks at playing football.
Got it. 3 business ambitions that you have. Jaldi, ekdam fast.
I want to grow Monkey to being one of the biggest content companies in the world.
Got it.
I want to for some reason I want to have real estate in terms of hotels. It's
Got it.
very strange.
Mm-hmm.
And third is I want to I want to build a product. Like that's just I'm in the service business right now, but I
Yeah,
want
yeah.
to have the journey of being a product founder as well.
Got it. What would you do if you were alone in an island?
I take a lot of books with me, man. Like I just feel like I would leave my phone. Um, Only if there is another Viraj that could be replicated who's working in the office.
Yeah, yeah.
I would just take a lot of books and like just drown myself in books.
Your Instagram password.
Uh, it's ABC12345.
Quality
It's
you
true.
hate.
You can try it out.
क्या?
And the A's caps, huh? The A's caps.
Okay, okay. We'll try. Quality you hate in people.
I hate people who show off. Like, shut the fuck up and be humble.
Mm-hmm. All right. Name of your girlfriend.
I'm not dating.
कुछ तो बोल देते.
अरे यार,
EFG
सच बता रहा हूँ
AKL.
यार. नहीं, सच बता रहा हूँ यार. सिंगल बंदा हो एकदम.
All right. 3 good things about me.
About you, fucker. This is good. Like you're getting validation. I think you're good at writing cold emails. I
Yeah.
think you are persuasive in your own ways, which is a very important skill to have if you are either trying to build your own business or you're
Yeah.
trying to do sales. You're a good conversationalist so far.
All right. Thank you so much. Validation approved. A pickup line you use on girls.
Man, I usually, like, when I used to sort of I am still on dating apps. I recently joined like a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't give the cliched pickup lines. I usually try to create a pun out of the girl's name, and that's sort of unique, and that just blows. Like that works.
You had to join a account like dating account because people were making fake profiles of your name. Right?
Yeah, I have too many. And dude, there's this one guy called, like, he's made a profile named Aditya, and he's operating in Delhi. He
Yeah.
has gone to the extent of creating a fake Instagram account so that he could add it to the Bumble account so that it would seem like it's a verified profile. So I'm like, whoa, hats off, like, fantastic effort. For this effort, I will not report you. I mean, I reported him, but just like, सही है यार, मतलब इतना effort यार तुम अपने आप पे लगा देते.
Like 3 things people believe to be true about you, but it is not.
People think that I don't sleep at all. That's like, I sleep a lot. Like, I sleep a good 8-10 hours in a day.
You should blame Nick for
people
this
think-
because इतनी सारी स्टोरीज डालते हो आप फोन पकड़ के इधर घूम रहे हो, सो रहे हो तब भी फोन के साथ हो.
So there were times when I was barely sleeping, but I sleep comfortably, and a lot of that is to the delegation that has happened over the period of the last 1 year or so. People think that I have a lot of girlfriends for some reason, and that's not at all true. People think that what else do they think?
That you are a Hitler in
they
office,
think
but
I
you're
have-
not.
Yeah, that's one. People think I have like crores of rupees in my bank account. I'm sorry, but that's not how it works. Bhai, nahi hai. Like,
I wish.
I live a very normal life. I'm actually a very, like, simple as fuck guy. Like, I don't have any expenditure, very honestly. Now that we're working from home, I actually don't have any expenditure.
Got it. So what is your weirdest fan interaction? You mentioned that you have a loyal audience. So कोई weirdest fan interaction कहीं मुंबई में जा रहे हो, कोई आके ए विराज.
So this is one time, I wouldn't say it's the weirdest, but it was damn accurate and it was fantastic timing. This one time, I was doing a sort of a reunion with my school friends, my college friends, okay? And they were just pulling my leg ki ye tu to abhi famous ho gaya hai, haan bhul gaya, and all that crap, and they were doing it to pull my leg. Okay, they were like just fucking with me. कि हाँ तू तो बड़ा आदमी हो गया है, तू बड़े लोग के साथ उठता बैठता है, ठीक है. And and they were mocking me कि हाँ अभी तो तेरे को 10 लोग यहाँ पे पहचान लेंगे and all that, right? And I was like, अरे छोड़ना and all that. And actually that is what happened. And that what's funny is it has never happened to me before in a public appearance. But I was sitting there and this one guy just came to me and he's like, Viraj shit. And I was like, fuck yes, this is the bang on right time for you to come. So so that just like really startled my friends ki, wait, did this actually
ये क्या हो गया?
happen? Did it plant someone? Yeah, so wo sahi tha, bro. Like that was like a really, you know, there are those moments in life when at least in front of your college friends you like to show off sometimes.
I know. अभी
हाँ मैं हूँ बेटा, मैं हूँ ये.
एक सिगरेट, एक चश्मा आपके अभी उसमें मैं डाल दूंगा, लेना स्वैग वाला.
Yeah, exactly. So it was fantastic. I liked having that bit of validation in that moment.
Got it. On the opposite note, what is your like unproductive habit that you want to get rid of?
I check my phone a lot.
अरे यार,
I am on
same,
social media
same.
a lot. And I fool myself into saying that my business is on social media, but I can totally avoid that.
Got it. I think this is with me as well. मैं आज अपना phone ठीक कराने गया था and he told me that it will take 2 hours. मतलब कोई बात नहीं, मैं यहीं बैठूंगा. और I was there for 2 hours.
I get that exact feeling. Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
like मैं phone के बिना अपनी life मैं कर ही नहीं सकता हूँ, मतलब imagine. Like
Yeah.
I mean it's sort of pathetic, honestly. Like it stops you from you know, doing active thinking. It because you're always thinking with, you know, basis your notifications. You don't have enough you know, thinking time for yourself.
But
And
was
as
it
an
like
entrepreneur, though, it's super important.
क्या मतलब लाइक देखते रहते हो कि वाह किसी का मैसेज आ रहा है, कुछ
Yeah, it's
बिजनेस?
no, it's just like I check I have shut my Instagram notifications.
Yeah.
I have shut my Twitter notifications, but I just check the app so many times. It's like my friends are like, dude, how the fuck are you online all the time?
Yeah.
And I'm also like, yeah, that's not unhealthy. That's not healthy at all. So I started putting timers to those apps.
हाँ, वो भी काम नहीं करते. मेरे भी टाइमर लगा रहता है, बट
हाँ, मैं भी टाइमर एंड करके खोल लेता हूँ ऐप.
Right. So how was the Viraj of college? मेरा भी बस पिछले महीने कॉलेज खत्म हुआ है. I just graduated, so it's.
Dude, I thought you had dropped out.
Why would you think that?
I just like think all the 18-19-year-old entrepreneurs are just like dropping out of college.
नहीं
So
इतनी
I was like,
हिम्मत नहीं
हाँ,
थी.
तू भी ऐसे ही लग रहा है कि हाँ तूने डाला हुआ है पीछे सैन फ्रांसिस्को वाला गोल्डन गेट का
अरे ये
चीज.
तो उसके साथ आता है, जूम के साथ आता है, वो
आई
डाला
नो
है.
जूम के साथ आता है, बट आई वाज जस्ट लाइक हाँ तू होगा भाई ये हिपी एंटरप्रेन्योर वाला बंदा, ये पक्का ड्रॉप आउट किया है इसने.
नहीं.
So anyway, so Viraj of college, dude, I was very reserved in my class. Just like मैं बहुत ही loserish था यार college में actually. I didn't do a lot of interactions. I was in my own space. मैं loserish तो नहीं बोलूंगा. I was like मैं अपने में रहता था यार. मेरा एक छोटा सा ग्रुप था 4 लोगों का. हम लोग मस्ती वगैरह करते थे. You know, I had got really bad grades in my second and third semester. So I was on a full downer. So I was just like, bro, abhi to kill karna hai yaar mujhe padh ke. And then my trajectory, you know, went going up.
Yeah.
And you know, then I gave my GRE and all of that. So I was very involved in my own self. Ki, you know, I'll just be reserved. I'll work. I used to sleep again a lot back then. Like sleeping is very like, you know, dear to me. Like I can't work if I've not completed my time of sleep. I used to do a bunch of things, yeah, but I was a very shy kid, but I used to take part in a lot of so I used to take part in a lot of those hosting events and actively मैं वो सब चीजों में होता था. But within class I didn't interact too much. I was like, dude, ठीक है यार, मतलब इतना कुछ ये नहीं करना है, घुलना मिलना नहीं है. I'm not that kind of a guy who likes to have 100 friends. I would much rather have those acquaintances are fine. I'm not that kind of a guy, you know, who chills with everyone. That's just not my style, because I think that's like super unproductive. And sometimes that works against me, because when you are trying to fetch business and when you're trying to be a sales guy, honestly, that's super important.
तब तो cheers करना पड़ेगा उनके साथ.
Exactly. So I try to do that in my own style though. I try to hit them up when I have value to add,
Exactly.
you
Yeah,
know.
yeah. That is what
And
I was
and
coming to.
and,
Yeah.
and when I know that I can uh,
Mm.
when I know that the person is very similar to me, I will just call them and have a vibe with them. But
Mm.
otherwise, I'm just like, dude, okay, I have business for you. Let's talk. And I keep giving them consistent business, and that's when I know that I will keep getting consistent business from them. And then during those conversations, we crack a joke and we have those
Got it.
no agenda calls once in a while, and that's okay with me. You know,
Yeah. This was also sort of a question you answered to, like, networking कैसे करें. A lot of people ask me कि
right?
networking कैसे करें और कैसे you get guest in. So I think people don't understand कि ये हर level में होता है. अगर मेरे लिए it's difficult to get Vedant Kaushik on my podcast, तो I first added value to his life. So he's coming to my TEDx event. So
Exactly.
26 मेल्स लगे मुझे वेदांत को मनाने में to get on my
Got it.
podcast. And after he
Got it.
came to my podcast, then I saw one of his Twitter की post कि I want to do a TED talk, ऐसे कुछ उन्होंने लिखा था. I am a licensee of a TED event. 2 हफ्ते में मेरा एक TED event हो
Right.
रहा है. वो कॉल पे आया, मैंने उनको बोल दिया कि आप TEDx में आ रहे हो, and he was like, oh yes, मैं आ रहा हूँ. And then from there I
Wow.
started, वहाँ पे दोस्ती थोड़ी, मतलब अब थोड़ा chill vibe आ गया है. So you have to
Right.
add that value first. ये I think networking
Always,
में
man. If you want
यही
to
है.
open that door, like bring value, like मिठाई लेके जाओ यार, बिना मिठाई के जाओगे तो वो नहीं खोलेगा, क्योंकि that person is in a place जहाँ पे उसको
Leverage है.
already 10 लोग आके
Exactly.
डोर नॉक करके गए हैं. So
Hmm.
so that's the
Filtering.
whole vibe.
What is your, like, ऐसी कोई स्टोरी जिसमें आप, like, जैसे मेरे लिए आप हो गए या वेदांत हो गया, जो आउट ऑफ माई रीच है, आई हैव टू फर्स्ट ऐड वैल्यू एंड देन आई विल गेट समथिंग, राइट?
Right.
सिमिलरली आपके लिए भी ऐसे हैं? हमें लगता है आपके लिए कुछ नहीं है, आपके लिए बहुत इजी है, बट देयर इज डेफिनेटली पीपल फॉर यू एज वेल, राइट? तो हाउ,
Dude,
लाइक,
for
एक
sure. Like for example, it one of the things was getting Jay Shetty on the podcast for Ranveer.
या
And like the story behind that was I had cold emailed Jay Shetty ki bro ye scene hai, and it worked. He replied, uh, but actually no, hold on. That happened because one of my friends knew Jay Shetty very well, and he'd created a group for us on Instagram. And he's like, hey, can you can you get on the podcast for Ranveer and all? But before that, I had emailed Jay Shetty, but he did not respond. तो वो हुआ, वो conversation हुई. Jay replied to it, but बहुत time लग गया उसको podcast पे लाने पे. But I used to consistently follow up every 3 months.
ट्रू.
I saw one of his stories where he was actually in Bombay, but he was there for like a day or two. And I hit him up, that bro, like I just saw your wife's story and she is in Bombay. I'm assuming you are also in Bombay. Would you want to like catch up right now? And he's like, dude, I appreciate the effort and hustle, but no, I'm releasing my book next year. I will do it at that time for sure. And then a couple of other things happened where
Wow.
I was working with another person who was managing Jay's business in India, and I spoke to him to try and get him on the show. And then I realized that wait, Jay Shetty, he recently followed Ranveer, and that they were directly speaking, and this was going to happen. And I was like, fuck, fantastic. So it's like it's creating that recall in people's minds. I think if that happens consistently and not just by spamming emails, but like for me in my case was I went through a legitimate source that Jay already knew of,
Yeah.
and then I knocked that door in a way also. So that's when people realize, yeah, dude, this guy is possibly someone who we should be working with. Let's go ahead. So that's how it was.
एंड हाउ डू यू डील विद द मिठाई है नहीं और वाला प्रॉब्लम खत्म हो जाती है? देन आप क्या करते हो? लाइक आपको कोई
नहीं,
एक
मैं
बंदे
मिठाई लेके जाता ही हूँ यार.
कुछ,
मैं
मतलब
कहीं
ढूंढ
और
के.
से मिठाई ले लेता हूँ, मैं कुछ तो लेके जाता हूँ.
Got it. All right. So, switching back to the social media YouTube thing, how can a new YouTuber who is probably at, like, 1,000, 2,000 subscribers?
Earth is the third planet from the sun and the only astronomical object
Alexa,
known to
What's
have
that?
shut up.
Alexa.
क्या पूछा तुमने? हाँ.
हाँ.
How can a new YouTuber who is at, like, 1,000, 2,000 subscribers in, like, 6-7 महीने हो गए हैं, 1,000, 2,000 पे views are like 500, 600 है. How do you say that they are on the right track? How do you judge them?
I see the kind of content they're making. Like, are they really writing their own stuff? Are they really editing their own stuff? um, are they just doing your basic comedy that's already been done or basic content that's already been done? If
Uh-huh.
yes, then I'm not too interested because I know you are likely not going to, you might get the numbers, but you will not survive for too long. You need to, at all phases as a creator, keep re-innovating yourselves, right? And if you
Hmm.
don't have that in you, it becomes extremely difficult for you to survive as a content creator. And that comes with self-awareness. Like the moment you realize that you are doing what the market does not need, you
Yeah.
will be dead. Like, but it's important to have that realization, and that's when you sort of switch. Okay, let me do something else and figure. While I keep my core um at the center of it all. And that's what I like about creators, and I can spot, like, by now I think I can spot that very easily, where I know that this creator knows what the fuck
Gut
they're doing.
feeling. Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, it's just a gut feel thing, and I think it's just developed because of being in the space. I know that this creator is like I can spot the difference कि यार ये बंदे के पास एक राइटर है और ये सिर्फ
Yeah.
एक्टिंग कर रहा है, ये बंदे के पास ये
Oh.
सिर्फ ट्रेंड्स पे खेल रहा है, और ये बंदा है जो ऑल वेदर क्रिएटर है, जो कल को इसका स्टॉक कम भी होगा ना, वो कुछ ऐसा कर लेगा जिससे his stock will be back up.
Hmm.
And that's where it's at.
Got it. Got it. All right. Second last question is that exploring. I think Ayush from your team also talked about this in the last podcast with Ranveer. And a lot of people keep asking me this, and मैं खुद भी ढूंढ ही रहा हूं, I'm also exploring. How would you advise a 21-year-old guy who does not know what he wants to do? क्या करना है जिंदगी में, कोई आइडिया नहीं है. सो मतलब अभी पैसे भी कमाना है क्योंकि ग्रेजुएट हो गए हो, तुम्हें पता भी नहीं तुम्हें क्या करना है, तुम्हें जॉब भी नहीं करनी है, तुम्हें तो एक्सप्लोरिंग बेसिकली कैसे करना चाहिए? हाउ डू यू सजेस्ट?
जॉब क्यों नहीं करनी है? जॉब करनी चाहिए, इंटर्नशिप्स करनी चाहिए. I mean, when you do that, you are sort of one, you are paying yourself. Two, you are learning something at someone else's expense. So actually, the person is paying you for you to learn things, as opposed to when you are in college, where you are paying the college for learning things. And that in itself,
Yeah.
I think, is a fantastic opportunity for you to keep dabbling with jobs. And sorry, please don't keep this. Yes, there is some truth to the fact that, if you keep jumping jobs, it will reflect badly on your CV. But dude, no one wants to work in an L&T and a Godrej and all in our times now, यार, जहाँ पे वो इतना वैल्यू नहीं देता है कोई. स्टार्टअप्स में लोग देखते हैं, यस, स्टार्टअप्स में भी लोग देखते हैं कि ये लॉन्ग टर्म प्लेयर है कि नहीं, बट लोग ये देखते हैं कि यार ये इसके पास स्किल्स क्या है, और तुम स्किल्स बेसिकली यही तरीके से लर्न कर सकते हो. If you want to learn about SEO, paid advertising, work in a startup or agency that does that. If you want to learn about content, work in a company that does that. You want to learn about tech, work in a company that is into whatever. Like if you want to learn design or coding, go to like companies that do that kind of stuff. Like if you want to learn how to build products,
Makes
go
sense.
to a company that's built a roster of apps and has successfully marketed them and got distribution for it. So that's how you sort of do it. And it's honestly not rocket science. Yeah, I think most people just don't like to uh, like just like to go into different
जादू
tricky
चाहिए कि
territories.
एक ऐसे ही हो जाए, कर रहे
इट्स
हैं उसी
लाइक
में
कि
हो जाए.
मुझे 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 अभी पता चल जाए कि मेरा पैशन क्या है, वो नहीं होगा यार. मतलब हो भी गया तो अच्छा है, लाइक यू आर अ लकी पर्सन. But if you don't go all in into something, right, you will not be able to like find your passion. Like with me, I went all in into this industry. Like I was not from this industry, so I had to put in that extra effort to get into it.
Yeah.
And when you do that, that's when you like it. And luckily for me, it worked out. It could have failed also, and I'm not saying it's a success so far. I'm on that journey, but I think it worked for me to stick in it enough. So that's what you need to find your mojo.
So the final question that I ask to everybody on my podcast is like 3 books, podcasts, and life lessons that you want to share.
I would recommend the Tim Ferriss show.
ये podcast
Fantastic
में.
podcast. Yeah, like I have been consuming a lot of those personally myself. Check out the one with Naval. So of course, check it out. Check out the Yuval Noah Harari one. Check out the one called Money Mustache. I think that's one of the podcasts where he gets this one guy who writes about he retired at 30 and he sort of knows how to live his life on basic expenses. And he like that like I just want to explore that kind of a life. There are too many like fantastic podcasts on Tim Ferriss. I would definitely recommend reading books like, so I am a fan of reading books like Outliers or Freakonomics.
Malcolm
Outliers is one of my top favorite books. It just opened my mind to a whole new possibility of things. So Outliers basically Outliers basically talks about a lot of other factors beyond hard work. You know, everyone thinks are hard work ki wajah se sabki success hai. No, and this is also the reason why when you ask me what are the top 3 factors of wherever you are, what you are, the number one thing I named is luck. Because I know that, dude, if I had not, if I was not in the right place, right time, if I wouldn't have met certain people in my life, I would have had a completely different trajectory. And it could have been changed by one decision. It could have been changed by one simple decision of me not being in the same engineering college. Or me not, me being born 1 year later,
job.
For example. Yeah, exactly. So it's a lot of it is based on luck, man, honestly.
100%.
And just like serendipity, right? Ki kya achanak ho jata hai, matlab it works in your favor. So that's one. So Outliers is a fantastic book. It's not going to give you any different philosophical gyan, but it just opens up your world to the fact that was Bill Gates is Bill Gates because
I know.
He was actually one of the only kids in the world to have access to a computer.
ये psychology of money में भी लिखा है.
Yeah, exactly. In the year whatever 1960s or 70s, and you had to be that kid in that school who had an inclination to computers and got access to that. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been Bill Gates.
No doubt. Yeah.
So, things like those are like huge factors in what you become. Of course, hard work is one of the factors, but yeah. So that is another. I would recommend listening to
podcast. Books, second and third book. Atomic Habits.
I have not. Atomic Habits is a good one. I think it tells you a lot of things that you might already know. That yes, if you want to, develop a good habit, you need to do certain things. But yes, it did open my mind in certain ways. I have a similar theory for Psychology of Money. It is a great book, but it's not teaching me something which is too out of what I already knew. Like it's teaching me essentially that you need to stay in line, you need to be frugal, you need to not buy a car when you're buying that off of a credit card. So I knew a lot of those things. But yes, in general, fantastic read. You can say Psychology of Money, honestly. If I was reading this 4 years ago, maybe I wouldn't have known all those things. So to a 21-year-old, definitely read that. Like inculcate the habit of
saving money,
getting your personal finances right very early in life.
True.
I have personally now learning about the stock market, the market of mutual funds and stuff like that. And I don't have a portfolio manager, but I am trying to actively manage my own portfolio. And that's given me too many learnings. I invested a little bit in crypto 4 months ago, and it went down a lot. But like 2 days ago, Bitcoin went to $15,000, and suddenly that portfolio is up. Similar something happened with Reliance. The stock dropped like by 15% 4 days ago.
Correct.
Everyone was panicking and selling and shit. I held on to the stock, and it's back to normal. In fact, I bought some more, and I realized that that it's part of the market. And if you are actually studying the fundamentals of the company, right, and not giving into panic buying and shit like that, I knew that Reliance all the big companies have invested a fuck ton of money. They have raised funds from Facebook, Google, all the big VCs in the US, and the only
Y
way is going to be
Combinator, yeah.
upwards in the next 5 years.
100%.
I think they raised some money. They bought Future Retail. They raised some money from a Dubai company. So all of that is naturally going to stabilize the company a lot more in the long run. So
Sure.
that's what I'm sort of like looking at, and trying
Practical,
to educate
very
myself.
practical.
So
Yeah, got it.
yeah, so Outliers, Tim Ferriss show, Joe Rogan podcast is also fantastic. Like, definitely give
The
it a
Ranveer
watch.
show.
I will not say the Ranveer show for my obvious biases to it. But yeah, I mean, like, definitely give it
I love it.
a
I love
shot,
it.
because
I love it.
it's
Yeah.
it's a much simpler version of, say, a Joe Rogan to an average Indian audience.
Agreed.
So that works for whoever it works for.
Yeah.
Outliers is fantastic. Yeah.
Got it. 3 life lessons final.
Just be humble in life, man. Like, doesn't matter how much money you have. The most repelling quality in any person is the person who shows off. Number 2 is find your source of happiness. And I feel like I don't mean to sound like a baba at all here, but everyone has a different kind of happiness. Like, your happiness may not come from working 18 hours a day towards a company that you want to have valued at $1 billion. Not everyone has that end goal. Your happiness might just come from having a very stable income, being able to travel wherever you want, whenever you want, and doing your own stuff. You are not someone who's flashy, for example, or is wanting to change the world, for example. So that's okay. Not everyone has to change the world.
Sure.
It's okay if you're changing the world of a bunch of people around you. Stuff like that. So find your own source of happiness, honestly, like, because it does not necessarily mean if you have a fuck ton of money, you're going to always be happy, man.
Yeah.
Because you have to do like 10,000 things to ensure that kind of money keeps flowing in and that you sustain that lifestyle and all of that.
Yeah.
So avoid getting into that. Number 3 is just capitalize on this whole like remote work, full like global economy tangent. Like, there's a lot of things to learn. There's a lot of different ways to make money. You can make money off of content, off of code, off of whatnot, right, in today's time. So like, do that, and just give some time to your own self.
ठीक है, मैं भी आउटरो दे रहा हूँ, आप एग्जिट मत कर देना. मेरे 2 क्वेश्चंस भी हैं, बिहाइंड द सीन क्वेश्चंस. ठीक है. Alright guys, that was Viraj Sheth. I found him very very practical and super simple. Vibe तो मेरे को था कि ये बहुत practical, बहुत simple है, but that is how he was as well. I have linked down his LinkedIn handle, I have linked down his Instagram handle as well as Twitter handle. I think Twitter is number 1, LinkedIn is number 2, and Instagram is number 3 from Dimaghiya's point of view. So thank you so much, Viraj boss. I had a great time. Thank you so much for tuning into the podcast.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it, man.